when the Bills-Steelers game got moved to Monday, a lot of people were saying to me, why don't they move the Chiefs game to Sunday at 1? It's like, did you see the forecast for Sunday?
Yeah.
The only difference is daylight.
Right.
That's it.
Right.
It's still going to be ridiculously cold. And Patrick Mahomes is impervious to any of that stuff. You saw him thrown in the snow 4 years ago when we were in Indianapolis. Was it 4 or 5 years ago?
Yeah, 4 years ago.
5.
Oh, it was 5. You're right.
5.
You're right. It was. They didn't go
5 years ago. 4 years ago, we were in San Francisco.
Yeah.
5 years ago, it was in Kansas City in the snow. And I think he becomes hyper aware of his legacy. He's chasing Tom Brady. You only have so many shots at this. Nothing is going to slow him down. The cold isn't going to slow him down. The wind, the snow, the helmet shattering in the cold, something we've never seen before.
Wait, let's debunk this right away. First off, there was something wrong with this helmet. It doesn't have to do with the cold. The guy who hits with their helmet the least on the field doesn't get his helmet broke just all of a sudden.
Cold. It had to have been because of the cold. It had to have been because of the cold.
I'm going to go on all the times I've seen him throw his helmet onto the ground this year.
That might have something to do with it, too.
Taking an abuse.
That might have something to do with it,
I mean, if Nick Bolton is not having a cracked helmet and he's cracking people with his head the whole game, the cold didn't affect that. There was a malfunction. That was crazy. I've never seen that happen before. That was,
that's something that I've asked the league.
Yeah, that was a weird protocol because you're like, man, you're going to take him out of the game. How many plays are you leaving him out here
and all that? And he's got his helmet broken.
Right.
And then they couldn't find a helmet to fit right.
It was frozen, he said.
And by the
he couldn't get it on.
Well, and by the time it was done, I don't think it's good to have the face mask bars pressed right up against your nose.
Yeah.
That was awkward. And the NFL hasn't answered my question because I don't think they want to. This is one of those where they just don't want to talk about it.
Well, this is where I think the NFL, in my, again, I know, but I love football and been a student of the game for a long, long time. Stop the game for 30 seconds and let them get an effing helmet. Yeah. Let's not take out the best player because there was an equipment malfunction or something that we've never seen before. Can we have some common sense a little? The quarterbacks, they all have 2 helmets because of the coach-to-quarterback communication. So, hey, stop. Hey, go get your other helmet. Put it on. Let's not take out the best player in football in the biggest moment there, for that when we know there's another helmet that can just be thrown on him in a jiff.
Or not, as the case may be.
Well, yeah,
they may have to do some surgery on the helmet to get it together. But I think this is one of the byproducts of playing a game in that cold. The brain doesn't think the way it normally does. Yeah. You aren't as sharp. You aren't as quick. You're frozen. And you freeze, literally, in those situations. Here's Mahomes after the game talking about whether he's ever had a helmet crack before.
I have not. I'm sure it had to do with it being really cold. But... yeah, I didn't know what happened in the moment, but I got in the huddle and everybody was telling me, and I was like, I got y'all, but I'm not coming out the game. So we could figure it out on the sideline. So I was hoping we scored. Obviously, we didn't end up getting in the end zone, but yeah, it was a first for me. They have a backup that's out there. We got to talk about where we store the backup because it was frozen. So when I tried to put it on, it was completely frozen. I couldn't get it on. I don't know if anyone got a picture of it. It didn't look great. But we were able to adjust it on the sideline, get it kind of warmed up a little bit, and get rolling from there.
It
really hurts when it's like that.
It really was a unique moment, and it was fitting because it was a unique night in Kansas City. But, forget about the regular season record. Forget about the struggles.
Yeah.
The Chiefs know this is where they use their experience. This is where they let it fly. This is where Patrick Mahomes becomes, as I said earlier, keenly aware of what he's chasing. Right. He's chasing Tom Brady's 7. You got to get to 3 before you can even get close to 7. And every year he's in the playoffs, until he gets his 3rd Super Bowl win, every year he gets there is his chance at getting to number 3.
Yeah, I mean, come on. He's as special as we've ever seen. I mean, he passed Aaron Rodgers for all-time playoff wins yesterday. I mean, he just got in the league, it feels like. He's already passed Aaron Rodgers. It's insane. I mean, they're on the cusp of him and Kelsey breaking Gronk and Brady's playoff touchdown record. The guy is unbelievable. And he's got the laser focus, the grit, the determination to go along with the talent, the mental IQ to get him in the right play, the right check every play. And, it felt like the other night, right? The Chiefs, they're built for playoff football with the way they play right now. And I feel like they finally embraced who they were a little bit, right? You've heard me say the whole year, like, run, play through the defense, throw some screens, and just Mahomes will make magic a few times, and that's all you need to do. You're not going to be 400 yards throwing 50-yard touchdown passes all the time and 5 touchdowns. That's not who they are this year, right? But they are a physical football team. And we know, they imposed that physical will on the Dolphins. The Dolphins, come on. I think Devin McCourty said it right? We were in the pregame, and he's like, the fact that the Dolphins have to keep telling you that they're not bothered by the cold tells you they're bothered by the cold, right? The Chiefs weren't going, hey, we're okay, we're okay, we're okay. Everybody that came on the telecast and said, hey, we talked about the Dolphins, they said they're ready to go. The cold's not that bad. That tells you that it was in their head to begin with, right? And we knew there was issues there. Their game was not conducive to that element, and let alone we knew they were a team that we've always said they play phone booth physical football. The game never works out well for them. Phone box, right? And phone box for our friends in the UK. Right? That's not for them. And Kansas City knew how to defend them. They made the game physical, ugly, and, they never let it become a track meet for the Miami Dolphins, and they struggled on the offensive side of the ball all night.
If the Bills win later today, the Chiefs will go on the road in the playoffs
We've never
for the
seen
first
this.
time
Be
since
crazy.
Mahomes became the starter.
Right.
And they've only played, there's been 6 games between the Bills and the Chiefs since Mahomes and Allen got together.
Right. One time
in Buffalo, and the
COVID.
Chiefs won.
On Tuesday night.
That's right. And the Chiefs won, but there were no fans there. Yeah. But the other 5 games have all been in Arrowhead Stadium, and it'll be something. That game is slated, if it happens that way with the Bills winning, that'll be the last game of division round weekend on Sunday night after our game. Either the Buccaneers or the Eagles at the Lions on Sunday afternoon. Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.